Today I am at Geneva on the Lake, which is, it's a tourist trap, I'll be honest, but tourist traps can be fun, and it's, you know, kind of like a boardwalk, but it's sidewalks. Let me show you some of the stuff they have. Right now we're coming up on Whip's Magic. I'm not sure what that is. I've been here. I'm not before, but some stuff is new. Yeah, Whip's Magic Shop. Never been in there. And actually, a lot of the stuff isn't open yet, which is surprising, because it's like going on 11 o'clock, and the places are opening up, and it's a major, they have karaoke night over there. A lot of people come here during the summer. So there's some shirts at the summer hut, and as I said, I will wonder what this Olympic Midway. 4 towers rising above the summer landscape mark the entrance to a land of competition, prizes, and coin-operated amusements. A classic penny arcade, the Olympic Midway was originally operated by George Conold and later by a group of investors that included Richard Thomas. Game operators rented booths from the property owners, Snell Realty. In the 1930s, the amusements included a shooting gallery, archery, and pitch and putt miniature golf course. A bumpy car game allowed players to bet on where the car would stop. The successful player won whatever prize was at that spot. For adults, the top prize was a pack of cigarettes. The arcade also had numerous coin-operated dispensers that spit out postcards bearing celebrity and cheesecake images. Well, that's cool. There's a miniature golf course over there. That's kind of cool. And they also have hot dogs and mild Italian sausage. Hot or mild Italian sausage. Grumpy's Old-Fashioned Lemonade. Had to cross the street because Shop Boozy, they're doing construction, so the sidewalk was closed. Across the street is Mary's Kitchens, and they got Sammy's. They're not open yet today. They got antique shops. Check that bike out. That's an old one. I actually have been in here and bought stuff. I don't have money today, so I am not going in there. It's hard not to spend money in there. These Foolish Things, but that's not open yet. And Madsen Donuts is a popular local donut shop. I'll be honest, they were donuts. Nice things is they do have, as I read about arcade earlier, they have these signs throughout, and this is Sturgeon Point. Sturgeon Point, not to be confused with the condo development to the west, is a point of land that juts into Lake Erie and was the site of the first paid summer resort in Geneva Township, later Geneva on the Lake. On July 4th, 1869, Cullen Spencer and his friend Edward Pratt opened on the 5-acre point a public picnic area for vacationers to use during their visit to the lake. In 1873, the investors added a merry-go-round to the picnic grounds. Residents began converting their farmhouses into boarding houses and built inns, lodges, and cottages for this clientele. The railroads were largely responsible for the resort's success. Rails first linked Geneva to Cleveland area in 1853 and to Youngstown in 1873. The tourists' final 4 miles to the resort were often made in a horse-drawn taxi of some sort along a rutted byway that led to summer fun at Sturgeon Point. The point takes its name from the abundance of lake sturgeon that congregated in this area. These fish weighed 200 pounds or more, were up to 6 feet long, and were known as the great fighting fish. Considered a nuisance species, their only economic value was for fertilizer. But around 1870, the public began to develop a taste for smoked sturgeon and caviar or roe. This led to overfishing, and by the early 1900s, the sturgeon fishery in Lake Erie collapsed. Occasionally, a Great Lakes fisherman will pull very rare sturgeon from its depths. So, they do still have arcades, and golf cart rentals are many places. There's one here, and then across the street you got golf rentals. So, and you'll see a lot of them. So, like, a lot of the places are local, like Eddie's Grill, but then we do have things like Dairy Queen, which are not local. Well, the franchise might be local, but you know what I mean. It's a national franchise. Bargains on the Lake Escape. I'm not sure what that is. That's new to me. And then Zeppi's Pizza is a decent pizza that's across the street. That's a franchise or a chain, but not too local. Check this out. Found a mural on a building. That's pretty cool. Paresso Pasta House. May to October. As I said, it's a summer place because of the lake. I don't know if you can see the lake. It's close. Morning. And I guess Bargains on the Lake is nothing really. So we have the Cove, which has comedy shows, magic shows, a drag show, Radio Chaos, but I wanted to show the mural on the restaurant, and then next to it is Pucker Up Candy Shop, which also has a mural. You know how I love the murals on the buildings now. And that was by Tessa LeBaron in 2018. found another thing, Burlesque Theater. With seating for 1,000 spectators, the Geneva Resort Theater offered a venue for motion pictures and live theater. In practice, however, it found its greatest success as a stage for burlesque stars. Dating from the 1940s, the theater was owned by Johnny Kane. From 1949 to 1967, experienced in show business, Kane revamped the theater as the Geneva Burlesque, where the queens of low comedy provided eye candy for the gentlemen. Vacationers and teenage boys too young to legally enter huddled about the back doors in hope of getting a peek. Interest in burlesque as well as the resort town declined in the 1960s, and GOTL businessman Peter Macchia purchased the theater for storage. There were several other attempts to return live action to this stage, including the Magic Act of John Broome. In 2001, Macchia's son PJ opened an arcade in the front section of the theater. The rear part of the building was used for storage. This car is cool with all the frogs and ducks and a raccoon on the side. Arcade across the street is open, which was closed when I was on that side, so they just opened up. So things are going to start hustling now. We got Captain Gus's Sandwich Shack and Grill, which is closed. And I don't know if they're closed permanently or will open up later, but I will say that their fries are really good. I have had their cheese fries here and their Philly fries, and they are good. Made in Ohio, living the Lake Erie lifestyle. I thought that was really cool. And you got the Times Square plushies, toys, and gifts. Stuff peek in there. It's the Made in Ohio store still. Hours open. Ashtabula County, uncork the good life. Ohio's premier wine destination. That's an old shirt. Got the Game On Arcade Sports Pub, which has axe throwing in there. Here's the Fireman's Winery and Restaurant. Actually, it's back here. They have an old fire engine that I want to get. That's really cool. Do not sit on or climb on the fire truck. You know, I had to get that. And the Micro Pub, Earth's Natural Treasures, and they have sandwiches and stuff, but I'll be honest, it didn't thrill me. And I am actually, this pretty much is Geneva on the Lake. It used to have more stuff. You used to be able to rent ski jets, which I did not see where they had the ski jet on the property. You got Joe's Place, homemade pina coladas over there. And they're probably open more at nighttime. It says happy hour 1 to 6. So basically, this is it. I kind of was hoping to be able to show you the ski jet for those who saw the sticker of Mrs. Traveler and myself. Oh, I actually still have some of those, but that is where that picture was taken for that sticker. That's a great memory. We had the family with us, and it was a blast here. Now, of course, I went into the arcade. We went into the arcades and ate at the things, and it was much more busy. I'm trying to remember when we did that. And to be honest, I can't remember. It might be more than 6 years ago. It might be before that wonderful C word. But it might have been afterwards too. I'm not sure. But it does hum here. I want to thank you all for watching the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you like this kind of thing, hey, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. I have a lot of park stuff. I have the Geneva State Park is right near here. We have some hikes in Geneva State Park. I also have a beach video at Geneva State Park. So, again, thank you all. And remember, if you need a cane, walker, wheelchair, whatever type of assistive device you might need to live your life to its fullest, it's not making you handicapped. It's making you handy capable. Thank you all so much for coming along again. And if you care to help support my travels, I do have a Buy Me a Coffee link down below, which will be used for gasoline, not coffee, since I don't drink coffee. And thank you again. God bless.